Welcome to part 7 of setting up an indoor grow tent for newbies. My name is Natalie. I'm an indoor gardener. I've been growing indoors for about 3 years now. Today, we're finally ready to grow. We have covered so much in the last 6 parts, from the principles of air movement, light spectrum, different terminology used in the indoor growing world, and so much more. Believe it or not, I didn't know any of these things when I first set up my grow tent. I've had both experiences, not being prepared or dialed in whatsoever, while now having the experience of what it's like to prepare and set everything up and make sure you're completely dialed in before beginning to grow. I feel like I can speak to how beneficial it's been for me and how much control I feel I have when things are dialed in before getting started. Here's a quick recap of what we covered so far. Once your tent is assembled, we can install the exhaust and intake fans, followed by your lights and grow system. Then we position the circulation fans based on where your plants will be, and we consider other equipment such as humidifiers, dehumidifiers, and water chillers. Then we learn our environment using the tools and resources that are at our disposal.
Here are some tools I found really helpful for my grow tent. A voltmeter came in super handy when it came to calculating the electrical load pulled from my grow tent. As previously mentioned, this little Govee hygrometer, it connects to the app and it's perfect for in your grow tent or your lung room. I also use Wi-Fi powered plugs. These are the Globe Suite beacon plugs. I set my Spider Farmer lights on a timer. You can also use manual timers that come in different timing increments. Timers are great for your lights or watering schedules, depending on what you're trying to achieve or how you've chosen to grow. A wet vac is always helpful in the grow tent if you have one. These squeeze bottles have come in super handy in my garden. They're available on Amazon and super inexpensive. And you can never go wrong with the classic spray bottle, whether it's cleaning or spraying your plants. I got fancy this run and got myself an automatic sprayer from AC Infinity, which has been a game changer for IPM. This 1 liter measuring pitcher has also come in super handy. But the biggest game changer are these measuring shot glasses. Perfect for accurate pouring and measuring of your nutrients. Also, syringes came in handy if you're measuring smaller amounts. I use 10 ml syringes and 100 ml syringes for larger amounts. A set of pruners always comes in handy in the garden. Get yourself a couple so you have some on hand. Whether you're starting seedlings, doing microgreens, or using these trays for your runoff, these seedling trays came in so handy. A heating pad is always helpful, but make sure it comes with a thermostat. And you can never go wrong with some magnetic light bars, whether it's for under canopy lighting or supplemental lighting in your grow tent. These magnetic light bars come in handy for so many things. When it comes to supporting your plants, these clips came in so handy. They clip right to your trellis. Depending on what you're growing, you'll need a trellis to support your plants.
I've included a bunch of resources in the description below to help. Now you're officially ready to grow. Have you started your seeds yet? If not, you better, because it's safe to say that you are no longer a newbie. You're officially ready to grow. An important thing to remember with indoor gardening is that as your plants grow, the parameters and requirements will change. There is always constant tweaking to be done and adjustments to be made, especially when you get plants in. That's when you'll really understand your environment. As your plants get larger and move through various growth stages, you'll have to make adjustments accordingly. It's all about staying diligent and being consistent. Like I always say, your garden can be as much work as you want it to be or as little. Even though this setup seems like a lot to consider, sometimes preparation is the determining factor of whether or not we will be successful. It also helps us save time in the long run. So why not give yourself the best shot at doing so? I am not an experienced gardener. My tent is an unusual size. The majority of the things I've covered in this series, I just learned myself. I'm not here to tell you what to do or how you should be setting up your grow tent. I'm just sharing the things I wish I would have learned before setting up mine. Thank you so much for sticking around for this series. Whether you're new to the world of indoor gardening or just gardening in general, I hope this information was helpful. If you enjoyed this series, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps support the channel and I truly appreciate it. Let's grow, and as always, follow me to learn more.